a little bit here. They must feel like they need to steal possessions in this game, and maybe they don't match up possession for possession with the opposite team. They got to steal it and try and gain an advantage, and they tried. They just didn't get it done.
Flash the stick skills on that run, but then stop shy of the 35. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a first carry for Latavius Murray. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
They go play action here on first down. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Here's Roethlisberger. A quick throw, but incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And brought down, but not before they're able to get it up to the 25. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Good job, guys.
All day, punt. Check.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete.
Here we go.
And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 3, and it's a 2nd down.
Who needs O when you got D like this?
You ready to a brick wall? You ready to a brick wall, baby?
Good job, guys.
To a brick wall, baby. Mike's fighting.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a gain of 5 there on the run, but they'll remain a yard or 2 short here with 3rd down coming up.
That's it. Hey, let's feed him. Let's go.
Focus.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
3 buzz.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Here we go. Let's go.
Going nowhere. Woo, he ain't going nowhere.
8.
Mike's 55.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Bell. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's got room. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Right there. 54, Mike.
Kings.
I don't think you got it, son. Switch.
Focus.
Hey, check 24.
To throw again is Roethlisberger. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. On second down, Roethlisberger. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively,
Let's go.
keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Mike's 5-4.
On third and goal, Roethlisberger. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. In for the score, and the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, as we'll see one following the score on the final play before break. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. You're exactly right.
Now he'll let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for Minnesota. 43 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, nothing takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a third and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Third and long for Cousins. The catch is made by Kendall Wright. Touchdown, Vikings! Kendall Wright, 36 yards. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Let's go. Corner.
Any day.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. Flushed out right. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
Pick six, baby.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
Here's Cousins. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
Here we go.
We got tight left. 3 down.
They'll run with Cook. Cook stripped. The ball's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Now a second down throw for Cousins. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, give some credit to the defense. They forced the big play, knocked the ball free from him, but that's a cardinal sin by the quarterback. Know where you are on the field, and he just gave up at a minimum 3 points.
Instead of getting down, takes the contact. The turnover ensues. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with second and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Tight end to the right, boy. Tight end to the right. Move. 4 down, 4 down. Shift.
Bow.
Watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Rip left.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. And an incomplete pass. That'll stop the clock here with just under a minute to play in half number 1. Juju Smith-Schuster, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Strong right. 4 down.
Kings.
Lucky.
On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but the clock continues to move. And connection number 1 there on the game, Roethlisberger to Boney Tony. Antonio Brown, that's what his high school teammates used to call him.
I wonder what they would call him now.
More muscular, more successful Boney Tony Brown, right?
I'd say you're probably right. It may be all of that. They'll still call him Boney Tony, but Ben Roethlisberger calls him my number 1 target.
Focus. 8.
Switch up.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 39 that time. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And Boswell's kick is good. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Carlson now to kick this one away.
Back to return.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Steeler offense now with a football first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
4 down, 4 down. Check. 4 down, 4 down.
4 down. Big, big.
Slam.
8.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Over the middle, it's caught by Rodgers. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Good job, guys.
Come to my world.
Corner.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. And the Steelers on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Roethlisberger. This is Bell on the dump off. And he goes out of bounds across the 40-yard line. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a 1st down again.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Focus. Big.
54, right there. 54, Mike.
Here we go.
2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Goes underneath for Bell. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play. Roethlisberger will stay out there, and they're going to go for it on 4th.
Tight ends on the Ringo.
They'll try and throw for him with Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
4 down. 8. AB.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Trey Wayne's the Michigan State man right there in coverage. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he can be a big-time playmaker for us.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Jack 16. 8.
$54. Here we go.
Kings.
Hey, watch Sam. Check, Mike.
Snickers, you got to spin. Snickers, 66.
Yeah.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. His pass caught at the 4.
Here we go.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Low ball.
54, right there.
Snickers, you got to spin.
I'm here.
Roethlisberger now to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a crusher right there. Had his man open for a first down, threw a fastball when that wasn't necessary, incomplete pass. When are these quarterbacks going to learn? You don't get extra points for how hard you throw the football.
Again, the offense will stay out there. They've converted once on this drive. What can they do here on 4th down?
Even. 4th.
Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And it'll be a turnover on downs. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly, they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive.
All right, now here we go.
Double tight. 4 down. Mike 34. Scoop.
Rhino.
That's going to be a long day.
Back now in Pittsburgh. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Where's the hot?
He's checking.
They run it again with Cook. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Throwing is Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even given up a defensive touchdown.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Tight on the right.
The hot. 180. 82.
Let's go. Hey, go Mike 34. Mike 34.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
Here we go.
Two tights.
Zebra.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down. Going for the deep ball. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play fake. Cousins. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And it's going to be third down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
Single, 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 single.
Rhino!
They'll throw again. Cousins. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Hey, 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 hey. 4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Gun.
34's the mic. 34's the mic.
Wide. Hey, dog.
Desperation time. Cousins on 4th down. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this.
Watch tight end. We got 4.
Yellow. Zebra.
1st down. Here's Cousins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 12 more yards there and another 1st down. That's what they need right now. Get the 1st down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
Flipper. Black.
They'll look to throw. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? But maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Alert. 34's the mic. 34's the mic. He's coming. Check him. It's a party.
Zebra.
It's a party now.
He'll look to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Keep playing hard.
The Vikings on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
3 down.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big 1st down.
I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. A throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Roethlisberger. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl at 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. Here's Roethlisberger. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Check. Check hot route. Hot.
Roethlisberger to throw. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Mike 55.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. So on now for the field goal try, Chris Boswell. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Steelers have won the game. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
Exhibition. Hello again, everybody. It is the coach.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap here between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Atlanta Falcons. Oh, and I think they got it. Yes, the Steelers have it. I can't say that's something you see often, but it worked out for them. Tie game. They try to get the ball back, and they do.
You know, when I was a kid, my dad used to give me a lot of tales about this guy called Old Mo. I never knew who Old Mo was. Now I do. It's old momentum, and they want to keep riding it.
Old Mo. Is that a true story? Or
True story.
Oh, I love your pops. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down. Now Roethlisberger on first down. This is Bell on the dump off. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Mike's 5'9".
From the red zone now, here's Roethlisberger on first down. And the ball is knocked out, and the Falcons grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line.
Hey, we are ready.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Ryan. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. Touchdown, Falcons! Austin Hooper, 88 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
On the return, it's Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. Here's Roethlisberger. Goes underneath for Bell. A gain of 8 and a first down.
Now that's absolutely frustrating for a defender. Had a chance to get him on the ground before he got to the sideline, but what great vision and understanding where he is on the field as he headed for the marker and picked up the first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll make it second and short.
4 down, check.
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
4 down.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Double bump.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill.
Ben to throw again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Mike is 59. Mike.
8.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Finding a safety valve here, that's complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
A wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it ends with a Pittsburgh touchdown. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drives, exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments and doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1.
We got 4. We got 4.
Now the pitch to Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. And a nice carry there of 15 yards.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you should have a few men in the box there.
And they'll get him down here at about the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
That's what I'm talking about, boy.
This Pittsburgh defense always keeping the offensive line on their toes, or I guess on their heels and back.
They are certainly about pressure, aren't they? Had 56 sacks as a unit in 2017, which led the NFL. They certainly live up to their nickname, which is Blitzburg.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now Roethlisberger to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. On 3rd and 1, it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first. They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. It's complete to Brown, right side. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
There's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches, holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
Yeah, he had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. To throw here, Roethlisberger. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now the Steelers hustling up to the line of scrimmage. To throw again is Roethlisberger. And they get to him with a pressure as Roethlisberger goes down. Deion Jones coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. And this is going to be incomplete. It was Desmond Trufant right there, step for step in coverage.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
You better bring it.
They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Outside's coming. Outside's coming.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Keanu Neal. And not much on the return there. He'll take it only up to the 9-yard line. As we inch closer to the regular season, I'm just peering down at some of the preseason records. Right now, Ravens 4-0, Bengals, Panthers, Cardinals, all 3-0. I guess my question is, what stock do you put in these preseason records?
No, the easy answer is nothing, because the preseason doesn't really matter. But some organizations do put more stock in it than others. Some of them want to win every preseason game. Others don't worry about that at all. Intel has told me that only one team has won the Super Bowl after going 0-4 in the preseason, and that was in a strike year, I believe, when Washington did it. So for the most part, you just don't want to go winless in the preseason. But remember this, the Browns and the Lions both went 4-0 preseasons, then they went 0-16 in the regular season.
Speaking of winless teams, Eagles and Falcons both winless right now, could be Super Bowl contenders.
I still think that they're going to be, whether they go winless or not.
And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the 3rd quarter. Let me spit this out. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Here comes Ben Roethlisberger and the Steeler offense back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have...
Oh, wide open, complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown, 71 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6.
Well, partner, go ahead and strike up the band. Cue up the dance moves. AB is in the end zone yet again, and that's not a surprise at all. His ability to turn something into a bigger play after the catch, that run after catch, one of the things that helps separate him as one of the elite receivers in the NFL.
Boswell good with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Bryant will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Blitz coming, and down he goes. T.J. Watt coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted. Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes and they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection.
A big seam, and he might go all the way. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Tevin Coleman, 77 yards. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. But he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. Smith-Schuster now to return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Now let's discuss Antonio Brown as he heads back out there now.
Let's go.
Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Freeman. Still staying on his feet. Are you serious? And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Joe Hayden there to bring him down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Ready to go. White 25.
On second down, Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a third down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Ryan. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. T.J. Watt in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to fourth down. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the three.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarter.
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Antonio Brown with now his second touchdown of this third quarter. And the Steelers are able to strike for 6. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Boswell on now to kick this one away.
Number 14, waiting to return.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Move. Hey,
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Falcons. They'll have the football, but trailing on the scoreboard as we get set to begin the fourth. On first down, Ryan. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Now Ryan on second down. And he's got the rookie from Alabama, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The reception good for 7. It's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about it. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Bud Dupree in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon.
Hot. Sack daddy.
The punter Bosher on now as he gets this one away. And great special teams work here. This is knocking on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line. And now out come the Steelers. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first down. And the goal? End the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And all the way down to the 35. It's a big play, Roethlisberger to Brown. 45 yards. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
That is caught inside the 5. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Big Ben with his 4th touchdown pass of the afternoon. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead.
First and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think first and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Now Hardy on the return. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this.
Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Ready. Back 25.
Now Ryan on first down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Bud Dupree in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Every time it's a set.
On second down, Ryan. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons.
Ready.
Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Sean Davis with a pick. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40. Well, they were obviously back. Up, had a little bit of space from the goal line, snapping it from the 3, but still trying to throw it. And
yeah, exactly. This is where hindsight is 20/20 comes into play, right? Seems like a good idea to throw the ball there. Maybe you'll surprise them and catch them off guard. Instead, you've created a turnover and put your defense in a bad spot.
He's going, and this is caught. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown, 39 yards. And the interception by the Steeler D leads to a touchdown. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now Hardy on the return. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throw right side, caught by Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not in enemy territory. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Now it's Ryan. Getting it out left side to Sanu. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. To throw is Ryan. Going underneath, it's Coleman. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now, whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Throwing again, Ryan. He completes it to Julio Jones. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. Ryan now 5 for 5 on the drive. He's responded after the interception. It's 1st and 10. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns.
All day, every day.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
I got you.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And it's incomplete. Still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over.
Number 84, the intended receiver. 4th down.